Hi everyone and welcome to VAF's Retro Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game called F-Zero X. F-Zero X was a futuristic racing game on the N64 that was made by Nintendo's EAD division in 1998. The EAD division were the guys who were responsible for working on games like Mario, Zelda, Pikmin, all the big Nintendo names. F-Zero X was actually a sequel to the SNES classic F-Zero, and it also has its own sequel on the GameCube called F-Zero GX, I think. The only way you can get it now, unless you go looking through eBay and all that for an N64, is to get it from the Virtual Console, but it's exactly the same and it's a great game, so you might as well go buy that now anyway. Plot-wise, it's a bit weird. The plot has no effect on the game at all because it is ultimately a racing game, but set in the year 2560, basically all the rich snobs, like the overruling, lording elite class, they create a Grand Prix for people to race about, make loads of money. The rich snobs will make loads of money from them, from all the gambling that's done. Yeah, that's why they're doing it. But they basically created a Grand Prix where killing people, not only is it legal, it's actually encouraged. But yeah, you don't really need to know any of that. Gameplay wise, it's actually really smooth controls. Pretty standard racing game controls, pretty basic, but you get a few little extras, like if you double tap the right bumper, right or left bumper, you can do these little like shunt attacks into your opponents and try and knock them off the edge of the map. Or there's this little spinny thing which I couldn't remember how to do because I was playing this through an emulator and an Xbox controller, so it was all a little bit messed up. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do. The game's got 5 game modes. You've got Grand Prix, which is your standard single player campaign, which is how you unlock all of the, I think it's 30 cars in the game, and it's how you unlock all the rest of the tracks. You've also got Practice, which is, as we all know, practice is for losers, and you've got Time Trial, which is where you practice. Death Race was quite a cool one. It was just one track, which was just a big loop, which you constantly went around. There was no corners at all, but it was a 30-man fight to the death. You just had to knock everyone off, so pick like a massive heavy car and just take everyone out. It was good fun, but it was overall just a bit of a waste of time, really. There was also the X Cup. Now, the X Cup was part of the Grand Prix. It was actually a random track generator, which was really cool. It made it could do any from like a really simple track, which is pretty boring, or it could make tracks which every single car in the race would die on the first corner. It was pretty insane, but it kept everyone on their toes, and ultimately meant that you could never really get bored of this game. Graphics wise, it's not the best looking game, like I'll admit that, but it is very, very smooth. It's got a very smooth frame rate. Audio, now this is one of the best parts of it for me. The audio in this game is incredible. All the guitar work, in my opinion, it is the best in-game music that you're going to find on the N64. Nothing comes near it. I wouldn't say I found a better in-game song until like Xbox with Halo 2, or maybe some of the work in like the Gears of War series. No, it was way ahead of its time. Like they were small tracks, but it was brilliant stuff. So in conclusion, great game. Really fun. I found it quite addictive trying to unlock all of the other tracks and cars. The fact that there are loads of different tracks and cars makes it brilliant. And for the incredible music, that this is going to get an 8.7 on my little random scale out of 10. So check back next week for my next video and subscribe, click like, do all that stuff, and I'll see you next week. Cheers, bye!